What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody. What it is, what it is, what it is. Let's go. Maximum. We back, we back. Share it with somebody. Let somebody know that we live this morning. Come on. Oh. What's up? What's up? Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? Who we got? Who we got? You better get up this morning. You better get up. Come on. God has blessed us with a brand new day. Come on. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? All right, DJ, let's get it going, man. It's Maximum Potential Mornings, MPM. Welcome back, man. Every Tuesday, every Thursday morning, man, we are getting up because we are created, watch this, by purpose, for purpose, right? We are created by purpose, for purpose. And let me just see. Let me make sure that we are live. It looks like we are. And so I want you to share this, man. I want you to share this. I hope y'all can hear me. I want you to share it right now. We're live right here in Studio A. In Studio A. And man, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's Maximum Potential Morning. So let's go, man. Let's go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? What y'all got planned for the, we're not going to even talk about the weekend because we talked about that the other day. We talking about win the day. You know what I'm saying? We going to win the day. And so, man, I'm excited about today. I'm excited about the new opportunities that today is going to bring, right? Not anything else, but today is going to bring some brand new things. And watch this, not just opportunities, but it's going to bring some challenges as well. But here's the thing. When you start your day off, right, when you start your day off with some motivation, when you start your day off, right, with doing the right things, then I just believe that God's, God, it's just going to get better. So, it's just going to get better. It's just going to get better. It's just going to get better. And so it's amazing how you start, how you start something will determine everything. So this is why we're doing Maximum Potential Mornings, man, because I'm letting people know that I want to help people get started in their day. I said the other day that, there's some daily routines, right? There's daily routines that we need to have, I believe. Am I good? Let me see. I think it looks like, okay. But yeah, there's some daily routines that we need to have in our life, and every day, and success is built off those daily routines. So if I get up every day, right? If I get up every day and successfully say to myself, I'm going to win the day. I'm going to win the day. I'm going to win the day. I just believe that success is guaranteed. And here's what I heard Deion Sanders say yesterday. I heard this quote, and I thought it was good. And I'm going to get to where I'm going today. But I heard Deion Sanders say that it doesn't mean that I'm going to have every moment is going to be good in that day. Right? Doesn't mean that everything that happens in that day is going to be good. But I have to make a conscious decision that that moment won't affect my whole day. That hour or whatever, 10 minutes won't affect my whole day. And so that's what I made a decision where it's like, you know what, my decisions, my that 10-minute moment, that 10-minute whatever, that hour, that might be bad or whatever, if you want to call it. He said, this is what he said, and I love this quote. He said, I don't have bad days. He said, I'm not going to give anybody the power to say that I have a bad day because I'm in control of that. You know what I mean? I'm in control of that. So here's what I'm saying. And when I get up in the morning, I'm saying the same thing. Like I won't have a bad day. I won't have a bad day. I might have a bad moment. I might have a bad hour, but I will not give anybody that power over me to say I have a bad day. Only I will say that. And at the end of the day, I'm going to say, I don't care what I'm saying. I'm coming out on top. And I'm saying, I got a good day. I got a good day. All right. So again, share this, like it, and share it, man. This is part of these Maximum Potential Mornings are brought to you by University. University, man. It is the coaching classes that I have been afforded to share with everybody, man, to just help you become your better self. I just believe that there is maximum potential on the inside of all of us, man, and so that we haven't tapped into. And so, but I thank God for it. God has given me the ability as a coach, as a person, as a pastor, to, I believe, help people reach their maximum potential. I said this the other day, and I mean it, man. I'm not trying to be impressive anymore. It's about being impactful. And if this can touch, somebody messaged me the other day, man, and somebody watched it later, or whatever. And it's like, okay, cool, whatever. God, it's like whenever they do it, but I know what you told me to do, so I just got to keep going and doing what you told me to do. So, of course, it is we want to build up this audience and we want to build up what we're doing. But, hey, it's about being impactful to those that we can. So, listen, let's get right into what we're going into now, because I keep looking down because I want to make sure that we're still live. Sometimes internet signals is what they are, and you know how that go. But I want to make sure that everything is everything. So here it is, man. We're going back into something, man. We started talking the other day about purpose, because it is just my belief. It is just my belief that when you get clarity of your purpose, right? You get clarity of your purpose. I just believe that life gets better. You get better, right? You get better when you get clarity of purpose, when you get clarity. So one of the things I heard one of my mentors say this, and I know it's true. He said that after salvation, the greatest gift, right? The greatest gift that you will ever receive is clarity. The greatest gift you'll ever receive is clarity, because, excuse me, clarity, this is what clarity does. Clarity clears things up for you, and that means, watch this, first of all, when you're clear on something and when you're where you're going, then you're not bumping into things that you normally bump into. All right, let's just be honest, man. So because when you're clear, then it's just like when a light comes on in here or whatever. If I was in the dark, then I would be bumping into unnecessary things. And some of us, come on, let's be honest, man, we bumped into some things that we probably didn't have to if we were clear on our purpose, or we ran into stuff that we probably didn't have to. So this is why clarity is so important, because it makes the dark things clear. It makes some things, and then when you get clarity, and this is not even where I'm going. When you get clarity, you'll say yes to the right things, and here's the other key thing: you'll say no to the right things, right? Because when you're not clear about where you're going, you don't know what to say yes to. You don't want to say, and so that way now you're all over the place. And then what happens is, and what I'm finding out is that the enemy loves, I don't really like to, but what happens is it's just easy to get distracted off of things because you're busy. So if I could keep you busy doing the total wrong thing, you know what I mean, and not clear on what you're supposed to be doing, then first of all, what's happening is something is not being solved in the earth. And what does that mean? I said this the other day, that your purpose is a solution on earth, all right? You are a solution to something or someone. I don't care what anybody says. You are a solution to something or someone. So with that being said, when you're not in purpose, something is not being solved. Something is not being solved. So this is why it's so important. This is why it's so important to have clarity, all right? And then the other thing is that when you get clarity of purpose, when you know what you're supposed to do or know what God has put you here to do, here's the next thing. Clarity will give you speed, right? Come on. Clarity will speed you up. Clarity not only gives you light and opens up your eyes, but it also gives you speed, because you can now speed up and go faster than when you would go. Come on, let's be honest, man. If you're walking and you're walking in the dark, you know what I mean? Then it's like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm going to kind of take it slow. But when you are clear and when you know what you're doing, then now I can go faster. And can I say this to somebody, man? Listen, you're about to get clear on your purpose, man. You are about to, listen, it's going to come because you got the hunger. You're here in Maximum Potential Mornings. You watching this. You watching me right now. And you know, man, I'm here for I got some potential on the inside of me. And I'm here for something. And I'm telling you, God has greater purpose for you. He's got greater in store for you. And I'm telling you right now, listen, it's important for you. You don't want, listen, this is why I'm so thankful right now in the place of life where I'm at right now. Tony, do you have all the money you want? Absolutely not. But it's coming. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. You know. But what I'm saying is, but I'm so in a place of peace because clarity also gives you peace. Oh man. And I said this the other day, and I'm not going to belabor the point, but there's some things that money can't buy, man. There's some things that money cannot buy, and so I don't know about you. Somebody put that in the chat, man. If y'all in here with me this morning, if y'all rocking with me, say, man, I just thank God I got peace. I mean, do you have it? Do you have it? Well, I'm telling you, clarity will give you peace. And what are you talking about? Clarity. I'm talking about clarity of purpose. All right, so. Let's go here. Let's go. Because I want y'all to see what we're talking about and what we were talking about the other day because it's important. It's important. All right. Let's see. I hope I pull up the right slide because hallelujah. Let's see what we got here. There it is. I pulled up the right one. Come on, man. There it is. This is what we're doing, man. You got to know your purpose. You got to accept your purpose. You got to walk in your purpose. Come on, man. And you got to fulfill your purpose. This is what we're doing. This is what Maximum Potential Morning is all about. This is what University is all about. This is what God has instructed me to really go across the country and help people realize you got to know it first. You got to accept it, right? You got to accept it. You have to walk in it, and then you have to fulfill it. But one of the things that I want to say very quickly is about purpose, and this is what I really want to hit on today is this. Not that one. Let's go to the next one. You already saw that one. All right, let's go to the next one. There it is. There's levels to this. Man, put that in the chat, man. If I got anybody in here, put that in the chat right now. There's levels to this. What do you mean? You know, and that's a popular quote that we say all the time. There's levels. There's levels to this. Come on, man. You can't do this right now. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. All right. And sometimes what happens is people, and the reason I wanted to start here is because this was something that really blessed me in my life. All right. There's levels to this. Because sometimes, especially in the church space, all right, especially in the church space, what happens, and I'm in. So let me first of all start off by saying this, that I can talk from this place because this is all I know. All right, church. When I say this is it. I was born in it, right? I'm in it now. I'm a pastor right now, so I've dealt with people in it. I've seen it all my life, 48 years of my life. This is all I know. So I talk from a place of not just, putting down the church or I'm in it. So this is what I do. All right. So anyway, what happens is when I say there's levels, and this is what happened to me, and I'm going to be very personal here for the next till we're done here. To try to get you to understand what I'm talking about. There's levels to this. So when you talk about purpose and knowing your purpose, right, what happens, especially in the church, and this happens a lot, period, not just in the church, but I'm only talking about what I know. So when you start doing something, especially if you're good at it, right, especially if you're good at what you do. So I'm going to take me. I'm not going to take anybody else. I'm just going to take me, for example, right? Me, for example, I started out as a musician. Believe it or not, come on. All right, I started out as a musician in the church, and I was playing the drums. And man, that's all I wanted to do. I was playing the drums. I was decent for back then. I didn't practice. I just thought I had a little gift that whatever. So anyway, So anyway, I was the musician for our church. I was the drummer and whatever, had a little rhythm and did some things or whatever. Blah 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 blah. So my point is, if you're not careful, then you could get stuck in a role, right, in your purpose or as part of your purpose, and you get stuck there, right? And if you're not clear on where you're going, you will allow yourself to settle at that role when that's only a role in your purpose. That's only, if you allow me to say, watch this, that's a level in your purpose. It's not your totality of your purpose. All right. So understand what I'm saying. It's not the totality of your purpose. It's a level in your purpose. So this is why it's so important to know there's levels to this. All right. Because what I fear, this is my fear. I fear, just like me, that if you're not careful, you will get stuck in a role. And that's only that. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes 3, and I don't have this scripture, and I'll get it for the next time. But it talks about there's a time and a season for everything, right? And so what a lot of people, I believe, don't understand is, and this was big for me. This is why I'm sharing it with you, because it was big for me, because you can get stuck in something. Again, watch this, especially if you're good in it. And I keep saying that because sometimes when you think you're good at it, it's like, oh, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to do. I ain't supposed to do nothing else. I ain't doing nothing else. I'm good. I'm good. And it's like, no. That's a role in your purpose, right? That's just a role in it. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the totality of what you're supposed to do. And here's what Miles Monroe says. Dr. Miles Monroe has a great quote. He said, it would be a shame to get to have climb the ladder of success. Let me say it right. Let me put it in my words. To climb the ladder of success and then find out you're on the wrong ladder. Wow. He said it would be a shame to climb the ladder of success and then come to the end of your life and find out, man, I was on the wrong ladder. I wasn't even supposed to be doing this. And so this is why we come back to the point that clarity, right? Clarity is so important, because I don't want to be climbing that ladder and thinking I'm doing, and then it's in the wrong thing. And you'll know. This is where I find out. This is what I tell people all the time. And when I talk to them, I believe you'll know when you're on the right ladder. You'll know when you're on the right ladder, because here it is. You won't get tired as fast. When you're not on the right ladder, you'll be climbing. You'll be like, man, I'm beat. I don't want to do this no more. And that's where I found myself. I found myself doing stuff, and it was like, this is it's cool, because sometimes it would be about financial gain. Come on, let's be honest. Sometimes you do stuff for financial, and you just do stuff, and that's cool. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not knocking nobody's hustle and knocking nobody's grind. You got to do what you got to do. But you'll find out that when you're grinding, and come on, let's be honest. When you're grinding anything, it wears out way faster, much faster. I know that's probably not good English. It wears down much faster than it would if it was just going, I don't know a lot about cars. I got a business, but I do know this. When I hear brakes grinding, something is wrong, because it's not supposed to be doing that. Yeah, it's stopping. It's going, but it ain't supposed to be doing that. And here's what I'm saying. When you find yourself grinding, and then I think, just like a car, just like we would look at a car's brakes, or we would look at anything else, I think now we got to look at it and say, because when it's operating, let's go back to our morning, in its maximum potential, when it's operating the way it's supposed to be, when it's operating with the function that it's supposed to have, is it really supposed to be grind? It's not supposed to be working that hard. It's not supposed to be fatigued that quick or going so. I told somebody this, and I don't want to get off my point, but I told somebody this the other day. I said, somebody had one of my cars, and I said, man, this ain't you calling me for something that we just got fixed. She was calling me for something that we just got fixed, like couple weeks ago, or no, well, a month or two ago. And so my point was like, wait a minute. I looked at it and I said, wait a minute. We just got this done. Why is it just getting done? Why? Here it is. Here's the question. Why did it wear out so fast? Because it was operating in grinding, doing something that it wasn't supposed to be doing. Here's my point. I think you got to ask yourself this question. How do I know what's an indicator, if you allow me to say, not the only indicator, but what's an indicator that shows me that I might not be in purpose? It could be if I'm winding down or grinding down way too fast. And some of us will go to church, and I'm using church again and it was like, you'll go to church and you'll get this high, and it's like, yeah, all right, or whatever. But then you go right back to the grind, and it's like, okay, I'm still grinding. I'm still winding down way too fast, or I'm still grind. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is why I said, this is why I believe, and this is why I'm going to different places and I'm letting people know that I believe that could become the danger of the church, right? That could become the danger of the church. Because let me put this up here, because this is something that I saw, one of my quotes that I live by. And let me find it. Find it. Where's it at? All right. Well, you got to get it. It's basically. Let's find it. There it is. Is that it? There it is. There it is. Information without execution, man, produces nothing. I'm gonna try to give y'all a quote of the day every day. All right, I'm gonna try to give y'all a quote of the day that you could take with you every day when we do Maximum Potential Mornings. But that's it right there. Information without execution produces nothing. All right. Somebody put that in the chat, man. Information without execution. All right. Which means I could get all the information in the world. I could get, here it is. And let's go back to the church space. I can get all of the inspiration, because sometimes you go to church and you get information and you get information, both. So we leave inspired and we got all this information. But here's the key: without execution. All right. Without execution, it means nothing. All right, if y'all Bible readers, let's go. Come on, Bible readers. Faith without works. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works. Come on, that's what the Bible says. Is there, which means, watch this, you can get all this information, and sometimes, not y'all, but other people that I know, right? Other people that I know, sometimes you can get all this information about purpose and you can hear it, and it's like, oh, yeah, I know I'm supposed to be doing other stuff. I know what I'm doing. But without execution, without the application, right, in your life. So that is important, man. That is important. Let me put that back up there again, because that's the quote of the day. That's the quote of the day right there. Information without execution produces nothing. All right? So it is important that you get this information, that you get the clarity, all right, of what God is saying for you and what God has for you to do, all right? And it's important. It's important. But remember, all right, there's levels to this, all right? Remember, there's levels to this. So we got to know your purpose. You want to accept your purpose, all right? Walk in your purpose and fulfill your purpose, all right? But remember, there's levels to this. There's levels to it. And you know, basically, and I got about 7 more minutes here, and I don't want to be long. But basically, if you really want to take Bible with this, right? If you really want to go Bible with this and talk about it, let's talk about David, man. And you talk about levels to it, because, well, first of all, let me go back to my personal testimony, because again, if I would have got stuck in playing the drums, all right, now I could have probably been an average drummer. I could have probably, if I would have put some practice in, and I probably could have been an average drummer, all right? I could go a step further. After that season of drumming, I go into a season of singing, right? And anybody that knows me, I know I love to sing. I love music. I love what the power of music, what it can do. So don't. And we did a lot of great things in music. I mean, you know, when I say we, me and the group that we had, and we did a lot of great things, went a lot of great places. So, and still yet doing some great things, you know. So but what I'm trying to say is there's levels. That's pieces of my purpose, right? And you can't get stuck in the ultimate goal. The ultimate purpose that I have over my life is to empower people, period, to motivate people. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, and the awesomeness about God, the crazy. So when you start looking at your life in retrospect and you start thinking about your whole life in totality, so I'm like, oh, okay, this is why for whatever reason, I was the leader back in the day, and I didn't understand it. This is why, even when I didn't want to be, but I had people looking to me and coming to me. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. I'll tell a short story real quick. I'm in high school, man. I'm a senior in high school, and for the first time, we went and we got this coalition together. Back then, I went to a predominantly white high school, right? And so it was about 100 black total in the whole school. So anyway, we wanted a Black History program. I put this coalition together. I was like, man, we need a Black History program. We need this. And so It wasn't just me. I don't want to just say it was just me because it was a group of people, and we said yeah, and we went out, man, and we got some people to come in, some dancers. So I'll never forget. It was great. It was the first time that it ever happened at my school. First time, right? So we were like, yeah, we were proud or whatever. Now I got there. And I wasn't probably paying. I was young. Come on, man. I wasn't probably paying the attention that I probably should have, or whatever. Here's what happened. My assistant principal, I'll never forget this, man. His name is Mr. Winton. Mr. Winton, man. If you ever see this, I want to tell you that you started a trajectory in my life that really changed the whole next couple. I mean, literally now. That was back in 17, 18 years old. I'm 48 now, and it literally set up my life. Here's what he called. He called me out of my class later in the day, and he said, "Hey, man." He said, "You were the one that wanted this program. You were the one that came, whatever." And I said, "Well, Mr. Winton, it wasn't just me. It was a lot of different people." He said, "No, you were the one. You were the catalyst. You were the one that did this." I said, "Okay, well, yeah, if you want to, whatever." He said, "Everybody responds to you. Everybody, if you're acting up, then everybody's going to act up. Everybody," he said, "and I want you to know this in life." He said, "You are a leader." Listen to this. Now, this is when I'm 18 years old. This ain't got nothing to do. I'm not saved. This ain't church. This is in school, man. He said, "You are a leader. You have the ability to move people." He's telling me this in his office. And I'm sitting there like, man, you got all of this out of a Black History program. Like, what are you? You have the ability. He said, "Now, that's a power. That's a gift." He's telling me this. He says, "Now, whichever way you're going to lead them, it's up to you." But he said, "You are a leader, and you got to know that." I was like, wow. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do now. Am I in trouble? Do I got detention? What's going on? But anyway, my point is, even back then, here's where I'm going. I've told you that story to say this. Even back then, I'm in high school. I'm looking at my basketball. So now you start thinking about that stuff, and you start thinking like, wow, okay, well, none of that was wasted. And that's the great thing about God. Everything in your life is for a purpose. It's for a reason, all right? I want you to know that. And it doesn't have to be the totality of your purpose. It could just be a piece of it, but it's all working together. And when you then look at it and say, oh, okay, that's why that was happening. And this is why I was the captain of the basketball team. I wasn't the best player, but everybody responded. Everybody did, because there's a gift, there's ability, there's a potential on the inside of you that God is trying to get you to see. And he was trying to get me to see it at an early age. But it was like, well, this is just basketball. And you know what? And sometimes what you do is, and this is just being honest, man, transparent. Sometimes you'll wipe it off like, oh, well, that's just who I am. That's just what I don't even look at it. And you don't look at it as purpose, right? You don't look at it as fulfilling, because it's just like, that's just me. And I'm telling you now that quirkiness about you, that thing that other people see that you don't even see sometimes, that sometimes you don't even see yourself, I'm telling you that could be the piece of your purpose that you're meant. And you have to look back over your life and what is bothering you that don't bother nobody else. I'm telling you, man, some things I would go into places and I'm like, oh my God. What is this? What is that? And it would bother me, some things, and it wouldn't bother anybody else. And like I said, sometimes that agitation, that thing could literally be, no pun intended, could be your revelation to say, maybe this is what I'm called to do. Maybe, watch this is the problem that I'm called to be a solution for. Right? Maybe this is what is it? Some people can ride by homeless people and never, it never bothers them. But there's other people that's like, oh, I got to do something. Maybe that's a solution that you're called for. Maybe that's the purpose that God has put in you. So I want to get you to think, and I'm telling you, there's levels to it. Then you start looking at your life. And let me go back to David. As I close now. All right. So I go back to David, and you look at David. If David is built to be king. That was ordained. It was something that was already it was going to happen, right? But he could have stopped being a shepherd. Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. The truth of the matter is this. He was a good shepherd. Come on. He's not the good shepherd. That's God, of course. All right. He's not the good shepherd. But he could have, because the Bible even tells us how good a shepherd he was. He said, man, when a lion and a bear came up on my sheep, I was ready to throw down. I killed them, man. I did this, I did that. You know what I mean? So come on, man. Like, he was a good shepherd. So it's not like, hear this, it's not like he was bad at what he was doing. So he was good. I don't know if the Bible doesn't say it, but I'm sure he's probably making a good living. He was doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the totality, right, of his purpose. He's sitting out watching the sheep. He's writing songs. He's writing the Psalms. He's writing the songs. He's doing all this stuff. So what are you saying? I'm saying if you get stuck in one level, if you get stuck in one thing, right, come on, then it's possible that you don't realize or recognize the totality of your purpose. And it is my goal, man. I'm just saying, it's my goal in Maximum Potential Mornings to prayerfully, hopefully, have you think about some things that would bring clarity. And here's what clarity does, as I continue to say, when a light comes on, and I don't have a switch in here right now, so I ain't got nothing by me. I can't give you no illustration. But I want you to think about this in your head. Light does not reveal anything new. All right. So I'm not telling you something, and this is what I want people to understand. And I told somebody this the other day. I can't bring out anything that's not already in you. A coach's job is to maximize what's already in you. I want you to know, listen to me, if you're watching this right now, whenever you watch it, it's already in you. Light does not reveal what's not there. Light only reveals, or clarity, when it becomes clear, when you get a light comes on, it's going to reveal what's already there. If I turn out the lights in the studio right now and I turn out everything, listen, nothing is going to disappear. Nothing is going to go. And then I turn it on. Guess what? Everything now just becomes clear. It is my goal. It is my goal. It's a maximum potential coach to bring out in you, listen, and turn the light on. Somebody put that in the chat. If you're watching me right now, whenever you're watching this, put that in the chat. Write it down. Say, turn the light on. Turn the light on. And the light is purpose. The light is, what am I, God? I know there's more in me. I know there's something. I'm tired of the grind. Remember, information without execution produces nothing. All right? Information without execution produces nothing. I'm going to go into something next week, and I'm going to show you something, even in the scriptures. And I had it all set today, but I'll just wait because I've just parked right here today. And this is good because I want you to understand that what are you trying to do with Maximum Potential Mornings, Tony? What are you doing? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm trying to turn the light on. I'm trying to turn the light on, right? The Bible says this in Psalms 119. It says, the entrance of thy word bringeth light. All right? The entrance of thy word. Sometimes all you need is a word. Sometimes all you need, watch this, is somebody else seeing in you what you don't even see in yourself. Because let's be honest, man. Sometimes, be honest, man, and I'm over my time. Sometimes we're so in the grind. We're so doing what we're doing. We don't see the power in ourselves. And sometimes you need somebody, or you need to, and then even if nobody else ever tells you, I don't need anybody. I thank God for everybody else, whatever. But sometimes I know I'm in purpose because I'm in peace. I'm telling you, man, there's a peace of mind that you get. As I said earlier, there's a cohesiveness, there's a rhythm that you get when you know you're in purpose, and it doesn't even feel like a grind. It doesn't even feel like work. Sometimes you're doing things and it doesn't even feel like, because you know why? This is what I'm here to do. This is the problem that I'm here. This is the solution that I am in the earth realm. And when you're a solution to anything, I don't think anybody that I know. I don't know. It could be. I don't think anybody wants to be a problem. I don't know. Could be. Too. I don't know. But when you're a solution to something, right, then I'm just believing that God is going to make you that solution. So here's what I'm saying, man. Here's what I'm saying. You got to know your purpose. You got to walk in it. But remember, there's levels to it. All right? Don't get stuck in just something that just because it feels good right now. And I'm not saying it's not. It's all part of. It's different roles of it. I'm telling you, this was when I realized this, and when I read this, and when I just started thinking about it, I was like, oh my goodness. Because again, and I want to say in the church, especially in the church, because we could get something, we can get a title. That's a whole nother way on a whole nother day. And you can get stuck and say, well, I'm just going to be this all the time. And then sometimes, especially in the African-American church, what we do is we put labels on people even when they're young. You're going to be a preacher. You're going to be a deacon. You're going to be this. And so what happens is now that kid or that person only feels like they got to live up to the label, the lid of that label. And it's like, but what if I was called to be the president? What if I was called to be, but because all they heard all their life is you a deacon, you a preacher, preacher, you this, you that, you this. So this is why we got to be careful, right? With what we call people and things of that sort, because it's like, no, purpose is so much bigger. And yes, that could be a role in my purpose. I'm going back to my life now. Let me circle back to me, right? And I started with me, I'll end with me, because I could talk about me. Right. So here it is. I got all this stuff going on. I was a drummer. I could have stayed there. I was singing. I could have stayed there. Right. But it's not that stuff wasn't good. It's not that stuff. I don't want anybody to take me wrong. It wasn't that. It's the issue is this. Is that wasn't the total. There was levels. And all of those levels was preparing me or getting me ready for what I'm doing right now and being in purpose. And it's my goal that you don't have to wait till you're 48 years old. And this is why I'm going into schools. This is why I'm going in telling young people right now, listen, if you find this out now, man, do you know how dangerous you will be? Do you know how much more fulfilling life will be for you if you find it out, find this out early, get clarity on what I'm supposed to be doing. And man, I'm telling you, man, there is and so I'm telling people that I don't want you to just, and I hope everybody can understand what I'm getting ready to say. My whole goal is I don't want you just to live right. I want you to live well. Let me say that again. I don't want you just to live right, because that's the main. And when I was growing, that's the main thrust of the church. You better be right. And that's not incorrect. But as I tell people all the time now, it is, I believe, incomplete, because I believe the God that we serve doesn't just want us to live right. He wants us to live well as well. And somebody put that in the chat, man. Whenever you see this, or just write it out. I want to live well. I want to live well, right? What does well mean? I want my life to be well-rounded, and I want to walk and know and fulfill my purpose. All right. This is what Maximum Potential Mornings is about. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to share the message that you got purpose, right? There's a potential. And here's what I'll say, and I'll end with this for real, because I'm 7 minutes over, man. Here it is. Listen, a car doesn't become a car when it hits the road. A car is a car when they first started making it. So sometimes we feel like, oh, I'm in my purpose now because I'm doing this. No, the crazy thing, and that was a quote that really, really blessed my life, because I was in my purpose when I was talking to kids back in high school. When kids was coming to me and when it was having private counseling sessions with me, and what? Why are you talking to me? Why are you telling me about this? What am I supposed to do? And this is what I felt back then. This is what I didn't understand. So now I look at it and I'm saying, oh, okay. This is why everybody would come. And I, like, for real, let me be totally transparent. People would come to me. I mean, I had girls that I was quote unquote liking back in the day coming to tell me about other guys. And I'm like, man, I was trying to get with you, but they would share with me stuff, and I was always wondering, like, why are they sharing all this? But what was it? It was the role in my purpose. It was part of it. So it was almost as if God is like, I'm setting you up for something. I'm looking, look at this, look at how it is, look at how everybody's, whatever. And that was just me. And I'm telling you, I'm saying, look over your life. And you start looking at things and saying, oh, okay, all right. And it doesn't have to be motivation. It could be whatever. It could be where you're just a disciplined person, or you just like things in order, and that little, like I said, that sometimes people will make you feel whatever about your personality. But what if that part of your personality is what God needs for your purpose? So I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Some people are like, you're stubborn or whatever. But what if stubbornness is something that you're going to need in your purpose? Some people are like, oh, you so naive. You so, man, you like everybody. Well, what about if liking everybody is going to be a part of your purpose? I remember back in the day, a guy told me, man, you got to sometimes, Tony, you just got to go off on people. You got to let them know, well, that ain't me. I'm going to try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Well, what happens is what God is doing was he was setting me up in the role where I was going, knowing that I was going to be leading people. And you can't just fly off the handle when you want to. You can't just be mad. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be mad at everybody. You got to sometimes be personable with everybody, even when they don't do you the right way, even when you don't feel like it, even when you feel like it's wrong, right? But you allow yourself to be personable with everybody. So this is what Maximum Potential Mornings is about. Listen, man, y'all are busy. Y'all are getting ready to go about your day. Listen, I want you to have a great, productive day. You hear me, man? I said a great and productive day. God has given it to us. It is the present. It is a gift, right? As I said earlier, what I won't do, I might have a bad hour. I might have a bad moment. I might have a bad 15 minutes. But thank you, Deion Sanders. I won't give anybody the opportunity to make my day bad. I have that power. And I'm telling you, you have that power as well. Go out and make it a productive day. Get in purpose. Continue to ask God. Let me go back to my slide. I didn't even get, man, y'all don't even understand. I'll be having so many slides and I didn't get to because I just start talking. But that just show you that I'm in purpose. Here's what we're doing, man. I want you to know your purpose. I want you to accept your purpose. I want you to walk in your purpose, man. And here it is. I want you to fulfill your purpose. Now, we're going to go over that coming up here. Y'all just stick with me. Keep rocking with me because we're going to go over that here very soon about that walking and fulfilling because that is two different things. And I want to go over that. But I ain't got time today because y'all busy and y'all got to go. But I thank God, man, for what God is doing. Remember that quote, man. Remember our quote. Where's our quote at? Where's our quote? Oh, well, that ain't the quote, but y'all can get this one too. That's another one that I had. All right. Write that one down as well. Closed minds never get open doors. All right. Closed minds never get open doors. But let me get off of that one. That's the one I want right there. Information without execution produces nothing. All right. That is our maximum potential morning's quote of the day. I want you to share that. I want you to go tweet it, whatever it is. You got to get up. You got to do something, and you got to start walking in your purpose, man. I'm excited about what God is getting ready to do in and through your life. There it is. That's what I wanted. So I got a lot of things going on, man. But listen, have a great day. Have a productive day. Remember, God is on your side. Listen, don't let anybody have that power over you to think that they're going to make it a bad day for you. It's a good day. You know why it's a good day? It's a good day because you got up this morning. Listen, I want y'all to, if you don't have University, this is brought to you by University. You can see it on the screens. Listen, if you don't have it, I'll always say this. I say, God is enough, but Sunday is not. That means that we need some extra utensils sometimes to go in and help us. And I'm telling you, I believe University is the utensil that will help you pattern and structure your life to get the maximum potential out of it. So the links are in the bio. If not, go back, watch this again, click the link. If you're watching the link, put this in there. New me today. That's new me, the number 2 day. All right, new me today. Put it in there. You'll automatically get a 65% discount even right now. All right, just for tuning in, man. I want to thank all of those that have supported it. I heard Pastor Kyle Early say something, man, and I'm gonna take it from him right now. He said it's not a moment, it's a movement, and I'm just thanking God because University has become a movement. We got T-shirts coming, we got all type of stuff coming, and I'm super excited. God has allowed me to go talk to a lot of many people all across the country. Just continue to pray for us. Listen, Tony, I don't want University. I don't want none of that. Hey, man, listen, just support us. Send a Cash App. Send a PayPal. Send a Venmo. Because, listen, it's just me right now. I don't have any investors yet. But somebody's going to give me $100,000. I'm going to continue to say it. I'm going to continue to put it in the atmosphere. Somebody's going to give me $100,000 to invest in what God has given me to do. And I'm just believing. Notice I said give. They're not going to loan it to me. They're going to give me $100,000 because they're going to believe in what I'm doing. They're going to believe in what God has put on the inside of me. And that's the faith that you got to have as well. That's the expectation that you got to have as well. God is getting ready to finance my purpose. God is getting ready to finance my purpose. So listen, but until that happens, if you want to, you can send the Cash App, you can send the Venmo. All of that information is in the text as well, within the comments as well. Hey man, I love y'all, man. Let's go out of here. Let's play some music. Let's get loud. We out. We gone. God bless y'all. Get up and have a productive day. Produce something today. God bless y'all, man. Maximum Potential Morning. Peace.